In this video, we're going to have a look at some different ways that you can get survey respondents to your survey for under 50 cents in many cases. So let's start with Mechanical Turk, which is Amazon Mechanical Turk. You can just search for that in Google. And this is a service provided by Amazon which has thousands and thousands of workers that are available to do very small tasks. So surveys are one of those tasks that they do. They can actually do other tasks such as organizing videos or translating documents, things like that. But they actually have the ability to answer surveys. What you do is you sign up on their site and you will be able to create a survey with all of your custom requirements for the survey. What you cannot do on this service and most of the other low-cost services is you cannot target your respondents that carefully. So this is more for general audience targeting. And the next service, before we go on to the next one, the cost for this is really up to you, but you can actually calculate it based on the average hourly rate that the respondents are receiving. And they like to think of the minimum as $6 per hour, which means that if the survey takes only a couple of minutes to finish, then you really only need to offer a few cents in order for them to complete the survey and to still be able to get their $6 per hour rate. So you've got a lot of flexibility with this, and it's very, very low cost. It certainly can be only 10 or 20 cents if you have a very short survey. The next thing that you can do is use Google Consumer Surveys, which is obviously put out by Google, and they do have some kind of targeting so that you can target female or male, you can target the age range, so you actually have a more customized approach than the Amazon Mechanical Turk, which is not actually specifically designed for surveys. So Google Consumer Surveys is designed for surveys, and their pricing is a little bit higher in that it's only 10 cents if it's one single question, but if you have a bunch of questions, then it's going to be $1 to $3.50 to complete. And you can target also, I believe, certain geography. So if you want to have US only, that's also another problem with Amazon, that you can't even target just a US only target market. The next option would be just to use Craigslist, and Craigslist can target in certain areas, and you can actually post a survey on there and then get people to answer it and tell them that you're going to pay them a certain amount for each survey. This is a lot more manual process and involved, so that if you do it this way, it's going to take you a long time to go through the entire process. Whereas if you use Google Consumer Surveys, it's all done for you, it's all set up, it's very simple. So unless you really are looking to cut costs, I'd go for a more easier approach such as Google Consumer Surveys. There are other options as well, and here is one which is AYTM, Ask Your Target Market. And that has inbuilt survey respondents that you can get. So you can get these from as little as 3 questions and 95 cents for 3 questions, or 25 questions, $2.47. So it's also a very low cost option. Another option is Survata, and you create your own survey on this service, and then you can create basic or advanced surveys, and it costs only $1 per respondent or $2.50 for more advanced surveys. Another option is quicksurveys.com, and that cost is as little as 35 cents. So all of these depend on the amount of questions that you have in your survey. If it's a short survey, then it's really very little in cost, but if you have a longer survey or if you have more targeting, then it may cost a bit more. The other option is if you already have your market, you have your people that you want to ask, and you don't need to actually get the respondents, then you just need a survey software to actually create the survey and then send it out to your existing database or your existing group of people. That's an entirely different thing. But here's a couple of options for that. Feeds Insight is a more complicated, robust service, and Fluid Surveys is another option, which is also fairly robust. It has a lot of different features, but it's also reasonably low priced as well. So that gives you a number of different options that you can use to create surveys for as little as 20 cents in some cases, to ask any question that you want of your target market and to get the answers that you need for your product or service. Thank you.